Hey guys, what's up? TheFish here, back again, starting another new LP, but this isn't really new. It's a game we've played a whole bunch here on the channel. We're going back and taking another look at RimWorld. A bunch has changed since we last played, including a Steam release, which is quite a big milestone in development for the game. There's also a bunch of new systems we're going to play around with, but the main difference in this LP is we're going to be approaching it from kind of a different angle. Let's hit new game. We're going to be playing the built-in Lost Tribe scenario. Let's delete that, we don't need that. The default Lost Tribe scenario. So previously we kind of had this kind of experience where we started with 3 dudes, a handful of stuff, crash landed on a planet. But what if instead we were natives? We've always had a bit of trouble with the natives on these planets coming along and murdering us all. But in this case, we will be the tribe's people. I think that'll be fun. I think that'll be a little bit different. You also have the rich explorer, where you start with 1 person, a little bit of research, and a bunch of silver and cool stuff to play with. But I think this is going to be more interesting. You can also create your own scenarios, if you do so desire, but we're just going to play with one of the default scenarios in this case. We're going to start out with 5 people, 200 silver, 222 Pemmican't, which is kind of a meat and fruit sort of dried. I don't really know how to describe it. It's a very simple way of preserving meat and veggies. It's really kind of concentrated nutrients for you to eat. It's a great food to make in kind of a survival situation. I'd like to try making some, actually. It might be fun. We also have a little bit of herbal medicine, some clubs and spears and knives and bows and pila. We start off with 3 animals. We'll have to wait and see what those are, and a bunch of wood. We're going to be doing most of our constructing out of wood. A key difference in this is going to be we're going to start out with much less technology than we would have previously. We're going to have to research very basic things. I don't know what exactly, because I haven't actually tried playing as the Lost Tribe. We're going to learn together. We're going to play with Cassandra, and we're going to probably just set her to rough. That's kind of the base level. Although challenge is the setting it's meant to be played on. So yeah, let's do that. We're going to get a nice seed. Looks like it now takes seeds from the game files, like words that are in the game files. Lonesome seems to fit. Although there are going to be 5 of us to start with, so maybe we're not so lonely at all. Let's random up a start site. You know what? Let's just take the first one. We're in a kind of a... Oh, I clicked off it. Damn it. Where is that? That's down here. How do I pan? Middle click. Alright, it's random again. Alright, we're over here this time. We're in a slightly hilly area. Limestone and slate. It's pretty chilly. Although it does get warmed up in the summertime. It's quite a lot of rain. A reasonable growing period, or sort of a, I guess, traditional growing period, where you plant in the spring and harvest in the autumn. I think that's going to be good for us. We're going to just keep everything default, because I don't care to play with it. I think it's going to be more fun if we just take it as it comes. Alright, our starting few. We are going to random these a little bit. I don't want to be in too difficult of a starting position. Too smart's going to be a problem. Oh, you have a lover. Cool. That's part of another feature that is added. There are now relationships, and people can get married, and people can hold grudges. It's a whole new social game, sort of underlying the survival experience. But you're not too bad. You're a really good grower. The key thing is you're not incapable of anything, so I think we're probably going to keep you, Mr. Komaro Borba. Otherwise known as Skunk, because I guess you smell a little bit. We also have a Panther, who starts off suffering from malnutrition. Again, there's nothing you can't do. You're kind of old. You have a husband. A Bruno is your husband. You're psychically dull. You're neurotic. That can be good. And green thumb is very good. We're going to have a lot of growing skill, which is going to be very important for us. Most of our food early on is going to be coming from hunting and gathering, of course. I think we're going to keep you. You are suffering from malnutrition, so you're going to eat something basically as soon as we spawn in. But I'm okay with that. Panther. Your husband... Oh, you're not her husband. You're the person's lover. You're a digger. That's going to be good for us. You're also a careful shooter, and you're abrasive, so we might see some cool arguments coming from that. I think we're actually going to keep you. You have pretty good all-around skills. You have no social skill, but you're pretty good at medicine. And you have a lover. I don't really want to randomize anybody who has relationships, because that'll make me a little bit sad. Okay, so you're the husband. The 37-year-old who's married to the 50-whatever-year-old. I guess that's okay. You are incapable of social. You dislike women, and you're a nudist. I don't think we actually like you. We might randomize you. Although you are really good at growing, and you have a passion for crafting. So you know what? Yeah, we're going to keep you. It might cause a little bit of friction with your dislike for women. You're married, but you hate women. I guess your marriage hasn't been exactly a happy one, and it's left you bitter and... Oh. You're pretty banged up. 54-year-old. You're incapable of caring. Talking about jaded and bitter. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna randomize you. I would like somebody who is capable of everything. You have a chemical interest. That's not really gonna be a problem. We're not gonna have access to beer for a while. You're real good at growing again. You're fantastic at melee. Yeah, we might take you. You're a brawler. You know what? We'll take you. So we're gonna have Skunk, who is married to Habanero. We're gonna have Panther. We're gonna have Guanco, who is married to Panther. And we're gonna have Iguana, who's sort of the odd one out. Forever alone. Anyway, let's get started. We've waffled on long enough, 7 minutes. Let's get jumped in and actually playing some games. Now, as I said, I don't really know how to play the tribes, but we're gonna find out. The gods were very angry. The blood machines came at night. They swept through your village, cutting and burning your people with their blades and devil fire. Sounds like the, what are they called? The mechanoid dudes that look like insects. Only a few of you escaped. Now, after a harrowing journey on foot, with no close friends to turn to, you must build a new home in the wilderness, like your ancestors did. Alright, let's pause it while we take a look around. First thing you might notice, we have this up here. This is new. We have like a quick access bar for our people. Now, you could get this with a mod before. There was a UI mod, and this is one of the key features of that, but now it's in the base game, so that's excellent. So let's take a look. We have Takashi, our very own little monkey. We have Patsy, a little Labrador retriever. And Dolly, a little kitten. Aww. No breeding animals, which is kind of disappointing. We do have a bunch of wood just laying around. Let's make sure we gather that up. Now, where's our brawler? Iguana. I want you to have that club. Let's take a look at your skills here. Let's find some people who are good at shooting for the bows. Skunk, you can grab one. Guanaco, you're more melee, so you can take that spear. Panther, you can kind of shoot and you have a passion for it, so you can take that bow. And Habanero, did we tell you to do something? I don't think we did. You can take the pila. You're not going to be very good with it, but we have everybody equipped. We'll unforbid the Pemmican't. And we'll take a look at our area. There's a little building over here, which we might want to go and poke. There might be goodies in there, and it's so small there probably isn't anything in there that's going to eat us. But let's plan ahead a little bit. Do we have any... What are you? A Megatherium. It's like a giant fucking raccoon. Okay. I can get behind that. They're cute. What are you? Oh, a turkey. So yeah, there's a bunch of new animals in the game, as you can clearly see. We're gonna maybe make friends with some of them, eat others. We might want to come down here. This is a nice big open area. It's not particularly fertile. We have a lot of fertile land over here, but it's not really nearby any geysers. Right down here we have a geyser right in the middle. We start building up. And it's fairly close to our starting area. We have a bunch of metal in the walls when we start actually dealing with that too. So yeah, we're gonna come down here. We're gonna, I guess we can start right here. We can reuse this wall. Let's claim this wall as our own. And we're gonna build some walls off of that to make our first little hut. 10? I think we want 9 so the door can be directly in the middle. Right? Oh yeah, you can't right click. I always forget about that. If you do 9, you have 4 and 4. Yeah, that'll work. It's kind of a big first area, but we're probably going to turn this into our storehouse. And that'll be just fine. We also want a nice wooden wall. I don't think we need floors right now. I want to dig these out just because I don't like the way it's going to connect. And we'll let them get on with that for right now. Let's also set up our storage stockpile preemptively. We're probably just going to let this take everything for now. We can start tweaking a little bit later on. Oh, let's remember to pick up our medicine. We have a knife and some silver. Does anybody not have a weapon? You have a bow, you have a club, you have a pila, you have a spear. So we have a spare knife. That's okay. Yeah, we do need beds. We will get those set up. It'll probably just be sleeping spots for now. Oh, look, a little raccoon. Hi. Hi. I want to make you our pet. I love raccoons. They're so cute. But for right now, let's focus on getting this stuff hauled over and constructed. Speed up time just a little bit. I think I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit. Just so we can hear a bit more of the in-game noises. What are you? An emu! Hi! I love all these new animals. Little bunny, what are you? A timber wolf. Hopefully he doesn't get hungry. There's a lot of animals for him to eat, so he shouldn't really bother us. Unless we really piss him off somehow. Let's try not to do that. Alright, building is done. Another change, you now actually have to construct the roofs. They do it automatically and they are free. It just adds a little bit of extra time to your constructions. Alright, how is the weather? 15 degrees, that's fine. We don't have to worry about that. Let's get ourselves some more wood. Make sure we chop down all of this stuff, because we're going to build our farms right here. Let's take a look at the research screen. We can't research yet, but we can see just how much stuff we need to get before we can do even the basic stuff that we're used to as our human people. We now have to research batteries and the wind generators and solar generators and stuff. So for now, we're going to be getting all our heat from fires. Just basic fires that we're going to have to set up and feed with wood. Let's make sure we set up a dump so we can move these rocks out of there. Zone. Where is the dumping? There it is. And I guess we can turn this area up here into our dump. It's out of the way. And we're going to probably throw bodies in there for now. So that'll be okay. Alright, we're really getting to work here, chopping stuff down. While they're doing that, I'm also going to set up to build a floor in here. And we're probably just going to sleep in here for now. It is starting to get late. So let's set those up. Some sleeping spots. Oh, I misclicked there. That's okay. Somebody can sleep a little out of sync with everybody else. As the day begins to come to an end, it might get cold tonight. We might need to set up a fire. We'll see. I'm not going to rush to do that if we don't actually have to. We're going to have to start trying to tame some livestock. We definitely want to try and get a breeding program set up. I would love some muffalo, but there doesn't appear to be any on this map. I don't see any, at least. I'm going to assume we're going to have to wait for some to wander onto our map, which, you know, will happen from time to time. Hopefully they stay around long enough for us to make them our friends. And then we can, you know, breed them and eat them and all that fun stuff. In the meantime, we're all just going to have a snooze. Let's slow down the time a little bit, and we're going to start setting up some farms. Let's just set them right out here. We're going to do a couple of big 9x9 ones for the crops that we want a lot of. And we'll set those up first. Potato is fine in there. And here we will have corn. Let's also set up a couple of smaller ones for rice and... Oh, we can't grow... Oh, we can. We have enough, enough skill for that. We'll set up some heel root as well. I think there should be enough food for us for the winter. Or at least I hope it is. We are having a couple of colonists, I nearly said. A couple of colonists idle. Looks like Habanero is idle. So let's check our work. Habanero, I want you to help out with the growing too. That's our #1 priority right now. I'm okay with just setting everybody to do whatever they want for now. We can micromanage some of the jobs and stuff later. But for right now, if I ask for something to be done, I want it to be done right away. I want all hands on deck. It's going to be interesting to deal with the fighting with these guys. Traditionally, I'm against melee. I don't use melee when I normally play RimWorld. But we're going to have a lot of melee people in this particular playthrough. Hopefully they survive. There's a reason I don't like melee, and that's because, you know, fists lose to guns basically every time. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now we could start getting these guys set up with their own little huts as well. I see no reason not to. Although we probably should. There's a point. We can't make freezers, can we? We can't. How are we going to keep this food fresh? Oh, alright, yeah, we're going to turn it into Pemmican't. That's right. How do we do that? It's probably in a production building. The stove? Maybe? I wonder if we can make it in the fires. Cooks meals. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll get a fire set up right in the middle of our storeroom. That's a shitty place for it. We're going to make another building. We're making all of our huts out of wood. Oh, that doesn't bite us in the ass. Let's set one up down here. We'll leave a gap of 1. We'll do... We'll do it like this. It's going to be another fairly big one. Is that right? I don't even know anymore. I can normally tell really easily if we're equal here. But I'm having a little bit of trouble today. Yeah, we're not. Let's trim that down. Now that should be square. Yeah, it looks pretty square. This is going to be sort of our initial working area. And we might even move our beds in here, just to get them out of the storeroom. But we can speed up some time while these guys crack on with that. There's a bunch of people who are idle, so let's make sure they're all set to construct for now. Like I said, pretty soon we will start tweaking our work lists a little bit. Make sure people are doing stuff that they're good at, so we don't have any of that construction failed bullshit. Let's throw on a door. And some floors. And we'll build our fire in here. And we'll see if we can figure out how to make some of that Pemmican't stuff. Alright, you guys get to bed. We're gonna be working hard tomorrow. Apparently they don't want to go to bed. Alright, there they go. Oh, no. I'm not too sure what they're doing. Let's get them to dump some of this stuff. Get rid of some of these stones. Oh, Dolly just ate a squirrel. Good job, Dolly. At least that means we don't have to feed you. It's always handy when your pets feed themselves. Let's get an order set up for that fire. Oh, we could set up some torches too. That would be smart. But I don't think we'll need it if we have a campfire in here. I think that'll probably provide enough light for that room. Sweet. Now can we make Pemmican't? Sweet. Let's slow down time here. I wanna look at the things here. So it's a combination of meat and plant food. Doesn't taste amazing, but lasts a year without refrigeration. So that is super good. Does it have to have both a meat option and a vegetarian option? I would assume it does. We don't have any meat right now, so it's not going to happen. I guess we can do until we have a couple of hundred. We will want it to be higher later, when we have a bigger colony, but I think the focus... This is dumb. Isn't there a slider I can use? Am I just not seeing it? Oh yeah, there's these things. Sweet. So let's get that up to... I think 250 will probably be enough for us to last the winter. And any extra food... Well, you know, we should have it set to do forever for now. If there's anything that can go rotten, I want it turned into something that's gonna last. That makes a lot of sense. What else do we need? Let's get these guys some actual beds, so they're not sleeping on the floor. Or should we wait until they have little houses? I think we'll wait... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I think we'll wait until they have some little houses. Yeah. But we will... Isn't there an easy way to get rid of these? Oh yeah, the deconstruct. I was looking for like a sell button. It's been a long time since I played RimWorld. It's becoming painfully obvious already. And we'll just set up some sleeping spots in here. Now the good news is, we can get away with just 3 little huts. Because 4 of our people are in relationships, and they're going to want to sleep together. But that does mean we're going to have to make some double beds. But for right now, let's let them finish their hauling. And we'll keep waiting for some of our stuff to grow. And also, Let's fix that fucking stockpile zone. There. The beds broke it. What other stuff can we build in here? Plant pots, usual stuff. Armchairs. Looks comfy. We make some joy stuff. Horseshoes, chess tables, billiards tables. I think they were in before. We can't make turrets. We have to research those. A fueled stove. I guess that prepares better meals than the campfire, but we can't build it yet. We need steel. And we need steel for all of this stuff. So how are we gonna butcher things? But we can set up a crafting spot, which will allow us to make shivs and bows and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I guess we're gonna need some steel so we can set up a butcher's table. Habanero, why are you starving? Did we really go through all the pemmican already? Holy shit, guys! What the hell? We had a lot of pemmican and now it is gone. Let's set up a hunt order. Let's eat the raccoon. We are going to have to build some stuff before we can actually eat it. Don't hunt the timber wolf. And let's see if we can find anything to eat over here. Let's have somebody go out and gather some stuff. Uh-oh. Iguana! Guys. Gotta go save her from an alpaca. Run, Iguana! We're coming. There's also a visitor who does have items to trade. So we're gonna try and trade. Iguana, just hit it. You have a big scary club. I'm sure you're gonna be fine. Guys, you need to get down here. You need to help Iguana. Iguana, run away. Run away, Iguana. Iguana. Oh, you're really messed up. Alright, we won. Jesus. That was stupid. Iguana, where is your bed? We're gonna have to give you some medical help. That was so stupid. And yeah, did our animals eat our pemmican? They better not have done. But seriously, all of our pemmican is gone. Who is our talky person? That would be Panther. Panther, where are you? You're here, gathering. Panther. Come down and talk to Val. I want to see if he has any food we can buy. Preferably pemmican.